True, true. Yeah, it's just that we were talking about support Pango not being that good, and they did go for it anyway. So that's why I was a little, I'm not that confident. But I agree with the points that you made, and I also feel like Dusa. When you consider all of the good carries of the last patch, I think Dusa is the one that got the least nerfs. So should be a pretty good game for 23 Savage.
I agree. I think Deuce's nerfs are just like all Ice Frog did was now you can supposedly theoretically out tempo Dusa because she's
Yeah.
easier to gank in the early game, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think that's good enough. Like, I don't think
I would
that's enough
totally
to
agree.
stop the Dusa.
It is a super soft nerf.
Yeah.
Especially considering that overall the game feels kind of slower in my opinion because you don't get the cheese, the second cheese on Roche anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like the game, even though they kind of nerfed these late game carries, overall the game feels harder to close in my opinion.
I would agree with that. Especially because I think that nerfed inherently a couple of the heroes that already weren't that good, that were like Roshan takers, end objective takers, like Troll or Ursa, for example, that could like just finish off the game with a second Rosh, and now you don't really have that option. As well, you do, but it's harder, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you. That's why overall I think T1 is a slightly better draft. I wouldn't say it's an out draft though by any means. I do think Creepwave can take this, but I do like T1 a bit better.
We'll see. Wow, look at that! Look at that build on Sapphire. He actually went for Shield Crash and the Orb of Venom, so totally different angle here.
I love this actually.
Yeah,
because the 4 Pango, I was thinking when I saw the changes, I was like, all right, Lucky Shot for support Pangos is really useful to have everything at once because if you get the Lucky Disarm, you can trade, right? Essentially forever. You're actually one of the best supports at trading. But I think Shield Crash might allow you to do that anyway because of the reduction.
Yeah,
being so good.
I agree, and they did nerf the duration a little bit, but it's so cheap on mana that I think you can keep like playing for a long time. Just can spam spell so much.
So this works out for them. What did you think of the Pango being put as the... I mean, he's the 4, right? But they're playing him as the 5, essentially, for the laning stage.
Mm-hmm. I think this is good, because Kato is really fast. I don't think the Pangolier can even trade against the Kato, because if he's well-positioned, you're barely going to be able to tickle them. But when you're... It's pretty much like Tusk 5, right? Sometimes you get more value out of it in the safe lane than in the offlane, even though he is a decent 4, theoretically.
As we just saw, his Dusa getting killed super easily. Jeffer doing absolutely nothing. I mean, you can't really do much to save the Dusa there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No stuns. Pango's kind of weak at level 1. You usually wait for the level 2. Maybe he goes for the Lucky Shot, honestly. I don't know. I don't know how you build up 5 Pango now.
I mean, I don't think it's that good. I think you can trade well with this build. Whether you can protect your carry, it's a different story. Maybe with a different carry, we could see that work better. And it's only 1 death, so maybe 23 Savage can still recover. But not a great case for Pangolier so far.
No, he's trying though. He might kill Chuvash with this. Savage. Oh, there's a Swashbuckle level 2, so no Lucky Shot just yet. We hit with a Mystic Snake. That's gonna be enough. All right, this is the most active lane right now.
All right, a lot of damage. Interesting that the large camp is actually not blocked. So since he got a kill, he'll be able to... Oh, nice pull there. It's gonna deny some experience. What about this Legion? Actually doing really well in lane. All right.
I mean, Legion beats Sven. I think, right? I used to, right? You just trade with the passive and you just win. Like, Sven can't actually... Even though Sven is supposed to be a relatively buff carry and everything, Sven is just not strong enough.
Yeah, I think the problem with Legion is, like, she usually wins a lot of lanes, but unlike heroes like Sand King or Tidehunter or Mars, she has no AoE, so she farms the Blink Dagger a little slower than other heroes. And that downtime can be kind of problematic for her. But, with the level 10 buff talent on cast range, maybe he can even go like drums and just like a move speed build. We'll see what he goes for, but I think there's some possibility to experiment now.
That's what I thought as well. I thought drums actually. That's exactly what I mentioned. Like I think drums are pretty good if you want to play fast, but just not very valued. As by the way, talk about fast. Cuckoo is fastly approaching Crystallis, but realizing a Coddle's on the way, and Fishman, even with only 1 point to eliminate, is enough to deter this aggression from happening. Crystallis will not die. Legion might be doing well herself, but she's not going to get a kill on this Sven too early.
Yeah, I think that's another problem. No stuns in lane. Even though you get duel, I think a lot of other offlaners have more kill potential in lane. But it is a trade-off because Legion scales like... I don't think there's an offlaner that can scale as much as she does.
Yeah, maybe Brew, no joke, because I've seen Brew kind of scale crazy with the refresh.
Especially the new one, yeah.
Yeah, yep. But I agree with you. I think Legion is I think she's a relatively safe offlaner, and when you have like a strong offlaner as well, and Cuckoo is Cuckoo. I mean, one of the best players in SCA as a whole. There's a reason why he's been a captain for so long. He understands Dota at a really high level. You can trust Cuckoo to be a solid win condition if need be.
All right. So in terms of lanes here, pretty decent showing for T1. They have Lina and Legion like way ahead of everyone else. The Void Spirit. It's been a while since I've seen a Void Spirit struggle this much. I might have jinxed Lina here.
Carl? No, Carl's falling back. Dude, is this your first time watching T1? Is this your first time watching my god, Carl? Carl's not afraid of anything. Honestly.
I mean, you can still die even if you're not afraid, though.
No. Carl doesn't die, okay? Carl just temporarily leaves the game because he chooses to, all right? Carl just wants to check Facebook sometimes, which is why you think he's playing aggressive. But the reality is he's just checking his millions of followers. This man is like, if SA Dota was condensed in one person, if SEA Dota was condensed in one person, it'd be Carl. This guy is honestly so fun to watch. And he's so skilled as well. And and because he's so skilled, when he makes these crazy plays and he gets away with them, it's 10 times the hype.
Nah, I agree. This guy is a beast. And he is playing like a beast. He is actually like almost 50% ahead in CS here this season.
Yeah. And against Void Spirit, I don't think this lane, as you said, is that bad. So,
yeah, I think it's like definitely Lina favorite, but you don't see maybe this is actually a result of the water runes being nerfed a little bit because I didn't actually cast any games. It could definitely be that actually. That's why he's struggling on Hansha.
That's true. Heroes that depend more on bottle. Lina is definitely not one of them because she has natural good regen. Now they're a bit weaker. Nice evasion though.
Going crazy on Lina here.
Yeah, BZM. There's Carl. They hit him, though, with that Solar Bind. The Lumina's going to hit as well, but the Laguna Blade will get rid of BZM. God. And Carl showcasing who the true deity is as they actually slow down Fishman thanks to the shield crash, and that's going to guarantee the Dragon Slave to finish him off. Well done.
I had no idea the radius on shield crash was that big. He actually slowed him from like, it's 500 radius. What?
Who needs Lucky Shot, dude? Just shield crash.
It's a 100% chance.
All
right.
This is eternal value. This is infinite value, Bowie. It's just how do you even counter this hero? Also, Zephyr is the king of playing anything that used to be played as core. He plays as support. He was the first guy to do DK4 that you so love. He used to play Ember 4 like regularly. You know, he finds cores and he tries to play them as supports, and that's how he wins games.
All right. He's the I was gonna reference the what's the name of that guy that plays all supports, all cores as supports, the Anti-Mage support. His B3. He used to stream with Waga. I forgot his name. Anyways.
Right. I thought you meant Slasher for a second because that is a
no, it's not Slasher. Oh yeah. Reported my support faceless void.
Yeah, exactly. That's meme. Oh, look at Carl's rotation. That's actually waiting in the trees. And Chu. He's going to hit Laguna's Blade. He's going to die here. Carl, however, stunned. They hit him with the Earthspike, though. They have a chance to turn this around onto BZM. They do slow him with the Hex on top of that, but Carl will fall here as BZM is trying to get away. He is being hit by Cuckoo, who has no duel, but will be able to kill him just with auto attacks. Cuckoo could be in trouble. Swallows the whole Illuminate. Amar stuck in the trees, but Amar still with 3 points in Dragon Blood won't fall to a Legion Commander, and Cuckoo not confident enough to duel the Coddle just yet. So for now, Creepwave will somewhat hold their own, and they'll stop the rotation there from the Lina. T1 actually had to sacrifice whole Cuckoo rotation there to try to turn this around. So small win for Creepwave in terms of space, you could say.
Yeah, I would say so. I think he actually slows down the travels. Lina was having a really good game, so I think this death from Carl is not, it's not huge, but it definitely slows his game down, which buys time for this Ven, which is exactly what Creepwave wants. They just want to give him a free game. And he's going for the Mask of Madness, huh? All right. I think Sven is one of the heroes that actually got nerfed the most with Possessed Mask being nerfed.
Yes, I
Because,
agree.
he actually doesn't even get it, right? Because it's only 7. He has already has 100 damage, which means it's already worse than it was for him having the Possessed Mask.
Nah, it's pretty bad. 7% was already like it was a huge thing for these big damage strength carries, right? And
Yeah.
now agility carries still use possessed mass pretty well, at least in the early game, but strength carries just don't.
Yeah. The Broom Handle becomes much, much better. How's Medusa doing here? 23 Savage doing alright. Going for either the Manta or Sanjanyasha, is not sure. Oh no, it's actually Scotty. Alright, so I do agree with I do agree here. You're against DK. You're not gonna be able to Manta dodge that spell, so just get the extra status resistance.
We've seen this more on Deuces these days, I think, because Deuces now got the small nerf on Mana Shield. They're just trying to push into the mid game, and so they rush. I've seen a couple of Scotty rushes. I mean, not rushes, but like Dragonlance Scotty or Yasha Scotty, straight up.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
We saw it yesterday once as well, and I thought it was pretty effective. Because it just, with Scotty, even if Dusa doesn't have full Mana Shield, she still can fight, which is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, you are against 3 melee cores on the side of Creepwave, so there's a lot of value on Scotty.
Yep. Even if DK sometimes changes his position to being an ranged core, like he's doing right now, trying to take the tower. Zephyr doing his best to defend this. Okay, more shield crashes. He actually does not taking too much damage because of the shield crash. It's a Rolling Thunder. Look at Zephyr. He wants Amar. But Amar, he might see this as an opportunity to kill Zephyr. We'll see. Blinding Light pushing him back. Zephyr, that Rolling Thunder is about to end. But Amar has no Blink Dagger counter initiate. And there's a Dragon Tail for the Lina this time. Do they have any follow-up? They don't. And Amar could be in trouble as they hit him with a duel. Laguna Blade on top of that. Amar will fall. And they catch Fishman as well. Nice little chain stunning there from the line Lina. And then they get 2 free kills there for T1. This rotation actually proving successful.
Wow. Yeah, I was a little afraid they were going to get G-baited and dive too deep, but they actually came back and then they G-baited Creepwave. So it was, they made a really good rotation out of something I felt was questionable. So nicely done by Cuckoo. And he doesn't even have any items, right? He's rushing a hood into this Legion. So we were not right about the drums, but still no Blink Dagger first item. What do you think? You feel you don't seem to be that happy
No, I think
about
it's.
this.
I mean, I think it's fine. Remember when Legion was played last, like, and she actually was relevant, and you used to just rush the pipe as soon as possible because that was the only good build on Legion because you just need stats, right? I think that's where Cuckoo's going with this. I kind of understand. As we talk about this, by the way, Cuckoo, press the attack. Good job. Trying to find Amar. There is the Fear. Zephyr with the Rolling Thunder. Amar, just stunned twice. There's the Earth Spike. Cuckoo coming with a duel, but do they have the damage this time? They don't. At least they're going to keep him stunned enough, though, to get the Hex off, and that's going to guarantee the kill on Amar. No extra damage for Cuckoo, but definitely a kill.
All right. I'm very surprised that they're defending this tier 1 that much. Usually, at least in the last patch, you wouldn't see rotations like this. But I think they're nullifying this DK quite a bit. Usually the DK just takes the tower for free. Oh, Lina? Okay, Carl's gonna be okay. After he's a god, after all, so doesn't really care about mundane things.
Alright, Mon. Okay. So yeah, small kill. Not a big a deal. So what do you think? Hooded Defiance, what do you go afterwards?
Apparently Soaring, from what he has queued up.
Yeah, what do you think of this, though? Like, is your opinion is the right...
Oh, I mean, this is totally new. I think if he just goes pipe, it might be really good because the Sven is the only physical damage that they have on the side of Creepwave, and he's not gonna be fighting that much for the next. Well, as I say that, he's actually out the top.
Okay. Little interaction in case you guys didn't know. Pick pull does not increase the Rolling Thunder movement speed. Even if you get haste or something, it doesn't increase the... It's a set movement speed, but yeah.
But it is tile point.
You might not be able to tell he's in Rolling Thunder. I think that's the idea. Like you just
Yeah.
pick form and then.
But you are
Interesting.
faster than you would be in pig form, so you can kind of see it, but still pretty funny.
That's
But
true,
yeah,
that's
we
true.
were talking about the hood. I think that there's gonna be a lot of illuminate damage flying out. Dark Willow is pretty much all magic damage. I think pipe, even though it's kind of a bad item in general, might be a decent item here. We'll see what Cuckoo does, but he does have Blink Dagger queued up, so he just went for that casual hood to be able to survive some damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now they're gonna try and take this bottom tower, mirror the movements from Creepwave. Seems pretty standard so far.
Radiant's bottom
Alright, Carl takes the tower. There's the Fiery Soul. We have a smoke coming from T1. Their goal. We'll see. That's cool. TP's to the mid lane. Fishman. There's the Illuminate. Cool. Doesn't have the level 10 talent just yet.
Okay.
Are
They
they
even
gonna
gave
just force
Cuckoo the
this down?
tome this game just because they want
Oh.
that talent so much.
I mean, it's a really good talent. Fishman hit by the Laguna Blade. There we go. Dragon Slave to finish him off. Cuckoo in the middle though. He doesn't want to die. Has a Hooded Defiance still for a bit of extra healing. He's actually a bit too tanky. In comes the pig Rolling Thunder once again. Yep. Zephyr will be able to get away, but doesn't hit anyone along his journey. Crystal is trying to defend. Here comes the dragon. They find the Lina, but Carl's healed immediately thanks to that press the attack. He's not going to go down. The God Strength Cloud used by Crystal is trying to stop at 23 Savage. Not going to find anything. And in fact, the stuns by T1 are a bit too strong. They finally catch up to Zephyr, but is the damage sufficient? Yes, it will be. Stormhammer will be able to bring down the Pangolier. So support for support as everyone rotates to mid to try to fight this, but T1 takes the tower, so a win overall for them.
Yeah, this is a huge win. They didn't spend Duo or Stone Gate, so I think they can still defend the tower even though there's a catapult wave coming right now. Yeah, I think T1, even though they gave up that tower top, they definitely made the right moves, taking bottom and mid. This is looking very promising for the Dusa. Looks like the Sven is either getting a BKB or a Blink. He's not sure so far. And I think that's really the problem for Creepwave right now. The Dusa can already join fights and grab map control, even though she's farming just as fast as the Sven. Whereas the Sven still needs like either 2 or 4k gold to even do something.
I agree. That's partially why also the Dusa is a bit favored over the Sven these days, even with the little buffs, right? Dusa has a little bit
Yeah.
more variability, and when she can come on.
Conceptually, I think she's a stronger hero, but Sven?
Yep. Carl? Oh, okay. I mean, we said that Sven couldn't attack, but if we find Carl in this position, it's ideal. Curse Crown and just bring down the Lina.
Dude, I told you, I am a really good jinxer in general. That was beautifully executed by Crystallis, but also me. I take some credit. Nicely done.
Beautifully executed by Crystals, but mostly by comment. That was the jinx. All right, so we're gonna see Scotty next for 23 Savage. Didn't really rush that Scotty. He went for SNY. I think a nice little transition here. Sorry for the net worth taking so long. My bad. I'm gonna see here that he's not really beating the Sven by a lot. This is what I expect though in a Dusa Sven matchup.
Yeah, pretty standard. I do feel like even though the gold, oh my God, Crystallis.
Savage just activated that Stone Gaze. He's gonna be fine. Revenant. Cuckoo is gonna cover that, and he's going for Blink Dagger now. He did go for the talent. Okay, dual cast range.
Okay.
Oh, also as a broom handle. Did you know that broom handle actually does increase the dual cast range as well?
Oh yeah. 250.
For some weird,
so that's
weird
pretty much
reason.
Aider lands on Legion.
Yeah. Yeah, so how dual works is for some reason it takes your attack range as the base cast range for some reason. And since broom handle increases that, then it increases the dual cast range.
Ah. So I'm not really into what's the name of that game mode where like you swap skills?
Ability draft.
Ability draft. Yeah. So if you play a Drow Ranger and you get dual, does it mean your cast range is literally Drow Ranger's attack range?
I actually have no clue. I don't know.
Huh.
I don't think so.
Should work
I
like
don't
that,
know.
right? If
mean-
it does increase with
I just know because I've played so much Legion. I was like, wait, why do I use dual with broom handle from longer, right? And I started testing it out. I was like, oh yeah, I guess broom handle makes Legion OP. But I don't know if it works in ability draft. That's an interesting question.
Yeah, all right. I'll test after this game. Sven gets lucky with the Vembrace, and he's going for the BKB, so no Blink Dagger. He's gonna play it safe. Just wants to be able to hit some creeps. I'm sorry, hit people during the team fights, and if they do win a team fight, they can Roche. But looks like T1, they want to bring the heat before the BKB is done. They're going to run to the Medusa.
Medusa, who's not really concerned about them bringing the heat or not.
Yeah.
Who's just farming. He's got 2 components in Scotty. They might find Fishman. Kind of important because he's the dead laner.
Oh,
so.
no.
I mean, it's not that big a deal. Still a support. You're meant to die as a 5. But
yes,
he
but
is
he is
dead
the
laner.
wave clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. This could either be Creepwave Roshing right now and trade that out for Roche, which I think is an okay play, but tier 1 mid is up, so I guess they're forced to hit this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, so they're taking bottom. Oh, and they want to smoke there. They want to leave the Lina alone middle. I like this play.
Yeah, Crystallins.
No BKB on this Van, though. I'm not sure about this fight.
Who needs BKB? Duel goes through it, Bowie. And so does Crystallis knows. He's ready. God strength, 23 Savage. Oh, that's why he needed the BKB. Now he's afraid of the Fango. He's afraid of the line too. And they actually left poor PCM God behind. He's going to die. All right.
Ooh.
I was just kidding with you, but I didn't think we'd see the impact of the BKB so immediately in the fight.
I mean, it was like conceptually it was a good play. I'm not sure if this Ven should be there though. He ends up baiting the Void Spirit, unfortunately. Maybe just taking the mid tower would be a better idea, but they are against this freaking Pangolier, so that's the scary part. Always hard to take towers when Rolling Thunder is up.
That's true, actually.
He has
That's
a
a very
blink
good defense.
on the Pangolier already.
Huh?
Even
Link,
faster
pick
than
pull. What else do you need?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, tower will fall. There's no threat of Roshan being taken because Ven did use God Strength in that, I guess we could call that a fight. It was pretty much just tier 1 beating them.
No, Fisherman tried to get the deny. Oh, you sneaky, sneaky coddle. He couldn't push out the lane, but he thought, maybe if I can get a deny, I can redeem myself. No such thing, Fisherman.
Okay, so what are they waiting for on Creepwave besides the BKB on Sven that is ready right now? They have Blink
God
on
Strength.
DK. Oh yeah, God Strength too. And they do have the Kaya Sanj. So I think they could fight. I would like to see that.
You don't seem very confident in this proposition.
I mean, I think they can fight. It's just that because their only gap close is the DK. I guess, I mean, you could gap close with Void Spirit. I feel like they lack damage once they gap close because the Sven cannot follow up. So they're either going to allow Crystallis to keep farming or they might fight and they might just not burst wherever they jump and lose the fight. But it looks like it's actually T1 again that wants to... Oh.
Duel? Okay. I mean, they find a DK. They have enough damage. They do with a Finger of Death Laguna Blade. 2 laser zappings will just bring down Amar. And now I think Savage has a free tower.
Yeah, it looks like
Creepwave
it.
is going to try to defend this, but Savage still has a Stone Gate. They haven't really committed that much to this fight. Just the zappings. Duel will come online soon anyway. Here comes Carl. Carl comes to the stun. Crystallis also has his own stun. And in fact, they see an opportunity to go for Carl, but they save him there with the BKB and the press the attack. So Carl's going to be fine. No shard yet on Cuckoo, but Carl has his own BKB, so it's okay for now.
If they can actually fight now that the BKB is on cooldown, this could be good.
Alright, BZM God missing that Aether Remnant allows the tower to fall relatively easily. No initiation.
Oh. Okay. I mean, it was a good play for forcing the BKB on the Lina. They just never had the chance to fight again because DK is dead, and the initiation from Void Spirit, you know, once you use that Astro Stab once or twice, cannot do it again. So it's just a timing issue, I think, because they went for the Sanjin Yasha on this Ven instead of the Echo Saber. All of his timings and power spikes got delayed a bit, and they're just struggling. I think T1 read their power really well, and because of that, Creepwave will be able to fight once they have Blink Dagger. Whether they'll be successful is a totally different question. I'm starting to get kind of worried, Mr. Alvo. I'm not sure they have what it takes.
I agree. I think that T1 is just in complete control of the game right now. Honestly,
Radiant's top tower is under
I don't know. I just don't see a big enough turning point here unless Sven can start outfarming the Dusa by some magic. Oh, sorry, I missed the Jeffer dying.
That's all right. Yeah.
Well, you know, Jeffer dies. Time to smoke. Is T1 gonna go for their own SCA smoke? They won't. Okay.
So Sven is not okay. Sven TPs. All right.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Can they get a good fight? Can they force Roche?
Under attack. Dire are scanning.
Oh, they see the Dusa.
Ancha, BZM nearby. Savage. He does have the. He's going for the butterfly now. It's gonna be another turning point to deal with Sven.
I mean, once that is up, I have no idea how they're ever gonna kill 23 Savage. It's just gonna be way too tanky. Blink is up though, so they have this like 2 minutes where Butterfly's not up.
Yep.
They really need to
Take a good
get a
fight.
good fight, but Cuckoo's just like actually following 23 Savage. He's not farming. He is literally just following the Dusa everywhere she goes.
Yeah, and this makes it impossible for them to initiate on 23 Savage.
I really like the way they're playing right now on T1. They really understand what they need to win any fights, but okay. They're gonna smoke it. They can maybe back around the Dusa and go somewhere else. That's how they win this fight.
That was a very odd choice by Savage. You saw the
Oh.
maze, like, oh, how to clear it. All right, we hear the God Strength. They want to go in, and they actually go in from the backline. Sorry, finishing off here. Cuckoo. So they got rid of Cuckoo. Now Stonegate can still save the Dusa, but she doesn't have her help, which means that they keep her stunned. They won't be able to get rid of that Stonegaze, though, just yet. Carl is keeping the enemy team mid laner at bay. Crystallis also in trouble. There's a Rolling Thunder. They're keeping him in stun. Lacuna Blade's too much damage, and Crystals will fall. At least they can bring down Whitemon with it, and maybe if they can get Carl as well, not that bad when he's trying to save his teammate with that Stonegaze. It's not going to be sufficient as nobody gets turned to stone, and instead of Zephyr slowing them down. Hopefully with the damage from Carl, they can, or damage from Savage, they can bring down the mid laner, but Creepwave a bit too tanky, a bit too slippery. They get a pretty solid fight there, especially taking down the Lina.
Yeah, I think the only downside is that Sven died, but overall I think they took that fight really well. They wrapped around, they killed the Legion, and because they got so many kills, even though Tier 1 still have the Deuce up, they didn't go for Roche. So this is okay. Not great, but it's okay. Now the question is, can T1 just go Roche once everyone respawns, knowing that there's no God Strength? We'll see what they do.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay, Sentry, nice. Deward this. There is no God Strength. There's also no Stone Gaze, but God Strength I think is a bit more needed.
Yeah, it's... Sven becomes pretty much a creep. Yeah, this looks like a Roche, I think.
Okay, Light Strike Array. They bring down the Roche.
Oh, Sven just popped BKB for no reason. Testing it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, did pop the BKB. I mean, Crystallis did this yesterday, I believe, as well. Look, it's good to test the BKB, right? What happens if you get into a fight and all of a sudden you got one of those defective ones, right?
No, that's true. That's true. And
I
did
everyone...
hear you get at least a 2 usage warranty from Ice Frog. So
yeah, exactly, right. Like if you use it in the middle of the fight and all of a sudden it doesn't pop because you got one of those bad ones, what are you gonna? You can't return it then. It's too late.
Yes. Exactly. You're already dead. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm
dead
totally
people
okay.
Can't return things.
All right. So Carl ended up going for a Lincoln, huh? The counter against DK. Because of that, DK actually has to go Halberd instead of the BKB.
That's so he can cancel out Lincolns and also get something against Dusa as they kill Fishman, who's trying to defend the lane. This is peak Coddle gameplay. Defend the lane, accept that you're too weak now, get killed, rinse, repeat endlessly until your carry hopefully gets enough farm to carry the game for you.
That's pretty much how it works. Now, whether they'll be able to carry the game, I am not super sure. They get tier 2. They're gonna go high ground. 23 Savage is pretty much unkillable because it has Butterfly. They need another smoke wraparound like they did in that fight. And this time, I think they have to kill like pretty much everyone but the Dusa.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Sven is cutting away with metal, but you know they're top, so I don't think this accomplishes that much.
8th Remnant for the Legion. I'm not gonna do too much. They took top relatively easily, and Savage like, I guess I'm immortal right now? Can I just walk through this base? And he can. What's interesting is Carl joining him, but I guess Carl with the Essence Ring and the Lincolns feels very confident. And Savage, knowing where the enemy team is posted, is just gonna attack from far away. Lightning Light will annoy him, not sufficiently. He has too much range. Someone attack Savage, please. They smoke up, maybe hoping for a wraparound. The backdoor protection's down. Savage takes it.
Oh, the
Now he's
position
looking,
is
of course,
so
for the main
good
Rex.
from
Oh,
tier
this is
1.
a good wraparound, though, by Creepwave. They go for call. The brick is Lincoln's, but the BKB... Well, actually, the press attack shard will actually save him. Now he activates the BKB. We do stun up BZM, but BZM now getting hit by the duel. Thanks to that talent, do they have enough damage to bring him down in the duel? They will. However, at the expense of Cuckoo, gets destroyed by Crystallis. From behind, we still left the Dusa here, who's destroying poor Amar. He's not able to last this long enough. Carl is capable of getting away with a nice little stun. We have Stormhammer, though, but the Lincolns will prevent that from being impactful. Savage, slowed, but still powerful, can't be brought down, and he stays near the enemy base. He wants to keep pushing. However, we do not have any help from the rest of the team. Savage. Alright, he's just gonna be the one-man tank. A one-man stop for everything. Nobody can face Savage right now. They're gonna wait for Lion and Cuckoo to come back here.
Yeah, this is looking really grim. They're gonna try to wrap around again.
Okay,
Oh,
one more time. They kill the Pango, but they didn't get Carl. Once again, is Savage left alone, but you gotta kill Savage. His team is not even near him anymore.
You
They
cannot
have
do it,
nothing
Avo.
to do against him.
No one can kill the Dusa.
Alright, I mean,
Okay.
what's the plan? I thought this was the plan all along. You killed Dusa's teammates and you killed Dusa, but it doesn't seem like it's possible.
Yeah, I think they might just get lucky and the Aegis might expire before this melee barracks falls. Honestly, I'm surprised they only lost 1 lane of barracks. So this is actually better for Creepwave than I anticipated.
Yeah?
You
Is there
gotta
a turning
smoke.
point, Chloe?
Is there a turning point? I think once Aegis is down, that's pretty much the last chance they're gonna get. You need to win like a fight right now so that you farm a little bit faster than T1, and then you contest second Roche. If you just give second Roche to T1, it's gonna look much harder than the first defense looked. I'm surprised they're going bottom. They're not taking the mid barracks. Okay.
Okay, smoke. Savage. Oh, there's the God Strength. Go in, attack the Lina, save once again, but they press the attack. With that shard, they actually duel him, trying to stop the Sven. That's going to be a dead Cuckoo, but is that going to turn into a kill for Crystallis? That would be worth it with a Finger of Death Laguna Blade. He does go down. They also almost bring down the Void Spray. They need a little bit more area damage, and they will get the Hex, even if they miss the Light Strike Array. Amar fighting alone, but without his damage in course, he's doing nothing, and the GG is called. Creepwave wants out, and they will get it, because T1 is just too powerful. Medusa is a hero in the video game Dota 2, and she is just that easy to play.
Yeah, I think, overall, I think T1 just played much better. They won their lanes handily. Lina was